Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Blaster here. Today I would like to break down a very interesting multiplayer game in Gates of Hell Frontlines mode. It's a 2 versus 2 match set in the late stage of the war. We are on the defensive side. Once again, I went with the Soviet offensive doctrine, while my teammate chose to play as the US. Our opponents picked Finland and Germany, and as you'll see, my direct opponent was playing as a German. You can already see the preparation process on your screen. I sped it up since there is nothing special going on, just laying down mines and anti-tank hedgehogs as usual, while positioning infantry along the line. Let me say right away, this battle turned out to be very dynamic, mainly because my direct opponent used a rather unorthodox offensive strategy. The title of the video has probably already given you a hint of what's coming, but I won't spoil anything else. Let's wait for the battle to begin.
Так точно? Так точно, товарищ командир. Слушаю.
The preparation phase has come to an end, and I decide to bring in a mortar as there are plenty of good spots for it here. Of course, I probably should have done that a bit earlier, but oh well, I think to myself, it will manage to get to the position on time anyway. My teammate on the left is already under attack. My flank is still quiet, but not for long. As you might have guessed, I was pretty thrown off by such an assault. The enemy is charging head-on, catching my mortar crew off guard. I quickly deploy all the infantry I have to contain the breakthrough.
Слушаю, товарищ командир.
At that moment, I thought for a second that this bold attack had stalled and that from now on we would be fighting in a more normal way.
I've never been so wrong in all my life.
many of them I ran out of fuel.
Damn, boy!
Okay.
Жду приказа.
As you can see, I deliberately held back from commenting over the last few minutes, just to emphasize the sheer intensity of what I had to endure. The enemy's pressure has finally eased off, and I can finally catch my breath. My elite infantry, the flamethrower, the anti-air track, and the Su-76, they all did an outstanding job. My teammate's situation is looking worse. He has been pushed back. Seeing this, my direct opponent redirects his waves of infantry toward my ally. I decide not to stand idle and move in to help deal with the Finnish tanks as well. Yeah, the game also lags a bit at this point. The first shot didn't exactly land, but got it on the tracks with the second try. The French Tanket wants a piece too.
Hello there.
And another Stuk just spawned right under my nose. I'm waiting for its invincibility to wear off. Overall, I don't want to take too many risks, as Stuk is a dangerous opponent. Just as the Stuk turns away and a DT-42 spawns nearby, I completely lose my head, even though the minimap clearly shows another German tank rolling in from the right. I really should have pulled back earlier, so now I am paying the price. But I am not wasting time. I have got an AT soldier hidden just for this kind of situation. Time to take out that Panzer III. Of course, the first shot misses. Classic. Okay, the second one is only partially successful. Waiting for the third one. Yeps, we will require the fourth one as well. I am really lucky I am allowed to do all these shots. And finally the fourth one kills it. But there are much more tanks to kill. And I guess my Panzerschreck guy won't be able to do all the job, so I decide to take T-34-85. I also take some additional elite guards infantry to cover my tank and to again assist my partner on the left. Yeah, another one bites the dust.
Another one.
But enemy has got another Stuk. And I try to finish him as well. The growing roar of the plane makes it clear they're dropping a bomb on my T-34. Its track is busted, so there is nothing I can do, unfortunately. The German guy starts pushing me from the right at the worst possible moment. I almost managed to take out the Stuk with the Panzerschreck, but that pesky soldier stops me at the last second. On the bright side of the things, my T-34 survived the bomb drop. At least the game spared me on that one. Thanks to that bit of luck, I was able to focus and knock out the advancing Panzer III. Of course, I decide to repair the T-34 as quickly as possible. Despite all the tanks we have taken out, the enemy continues to press hard from the left, and we are doing everything we can to hold them back. And as you can see, I am bringing in additional anti-tank troops to counter any potential breakthroughs like Panzer III did, just in case. The Finn keeps trying to bring in new tanks. Fortunately, this KV doesn't pose much of a threat. Yeah, and yet my guy still couldn't take out the Stuk. I have lost count of how many hits it's taken and just kept going. Meanwhile, the German keeps hurling his troops into bloody assaults with a kind of manic determination. Honestly, I don't even know how to comment it anymore at this point. After seeing those waves of troops and realizing we have entered a static phase of the battle, I decide to bring in a radio operator. But at this point I don't really know what to use it against exactly. And here on the very right, my guys are clearly running low on ammo. That's something I need to fix immediately, and that is what I do. Those Germans sitting nearly in the next trench, it's a perfect setup for a grenade, but it's like they sense my intent or something, I don't know. I am pulling the lucky machine gunner back to resupply his ammo. And now, for the first time ever, I am testing the retreat button. I wasn't entirely sure how it worked. I suspected I would get extra points, but I didn't know the spawn point would move back as well. Despite everything, the points are secured, the enemy has still plenty of armor, and in this situation the IS-2 should deal with it. Yeah, but it's a long way for it to go, that's true. At that point I hadn't even spent half of my special points yet, so I admit the retreat was a bit premature.
Слушаю. Я готов.
We have repaired T-34, nice. Let's get into it.
Так точно.
I'm extremely curious how the enemy managed to get a Sherman with 105mm gun. Nevertheless, I'm trying to kill it. As far as I can tell, the enemy's artillery finally took out my heroic T-34, the one that had done so much in this battle. Yeah, on the right flank I'm getting a very unpleasant situation. My tank IS-2 is really far away. Enemy armored car is finally killed, but I have lost almost all my infantry. And here I go making another mistake. I should have abandoned this area long ago. Instead, I dragged the IS-2 straight into enemy infantry, and now I'm paying the price. I'm still trying to somehow save my IS-2, but the chances are slim. Yeah, that mortar shot finished off my eyes, but at least it gave me a shot of fighting for the point a little longer.
Жду приказа. Ждем приказа. Жду приказа. Интересно, кто у вас? Это пять. Противник уничтожен. Рычать сюда! Ай! Держи, гостиниц! Я ранен! Готов!
The enemy has finally pushed us off the forward positions, but we have bought enough time to prepare a new line of defense, and now we are almost ready to meet them head-on. The last thing I'm trying to do is just to call another artillery strike to the left flank, as the first one was really effective, as you could see. And the enemy doesn't keep us waiting for too long.
Так точно. Жду приказа.
And then suddenly I hear this roar of the aircraft engine again, and something tells me that it is meant for my field howitzer, so I immediately roll it out and pull all the infantry back. My instincts didn't fail me. We only lost a supply crate. I call in a replacement immediately. And the enemy keeps nuking us relentlessly. This time it was my ally who took the hit. Putting my boys back into trenches.
К бою готов! Слушаю!
Guten Tag.
Yeah, great. Now they have got a Yak Tiger. Time to figure out how to deal with that. With the absence of any other options, I decided to try to hit it with artillery from time to time, hoping it will get on track or something. Meanwhile, another enemy aircraft has shown up. I am not entirely sure if it's going to drop a bomb on my artillery, so I am pulling it off position just in case. And my ally isn't wasting any time either. He's going after the enemy's 600mm mortar. As for me, I'm still supporting the main defensive line. Our pressure has been knocked out after all, things just got tougher. Once again, I couldn't make any damage to Yak Tiger with artillery. Now I'm seriously considering bringing in another IS-2. We need a proper counter to the Yak Tiger anyway. Once again, I take a bit of a risk and try to immobilize the Yak Tiger. Once again, no results.
Wunderbar.
And now to make things worse, a tiger shows up on my flank too. I realize the time for jokes is over. It's time to mobilize everything I ever got.
Жду приказа!
быстро.
Кажись, попал!
Ooh, yeah, it was pretty intense. I see they're repairing a damaged Tiger, but not on my duty.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Yeah, the Trucan plane and 600mm hammer are seriously getting on my nerves. Other than that, the enemy has almost nothing left.
Слушаю. Слушаю.
The enemy doesn't give up, and I respect that.
Так точно.
On this flank, I don't think we even need infantry. The mines will do the job for us. One last mid push, I guess.
Ich hab's erwischt!
Looks like for the final push, both players have decided to combine their forces against me. But we are not falling behind either. My ally is quickly coming to my aid. The Stuk needs to be dealt with quickly, but my IS-2 is loaded with HE shells, as always. I am almost ready to fire at the Stuk, but then an Austin shows up. In this situation it could do more damage, so I decided to take it out first. Not bad, I think to myself. One more shot and we'll finish him off. Just forget what I have just said. At this point I'm a little bit confused of what to do, how to deal with those tanks, but fortunately my ally has a Pershing, so he comes to my help. Now that's something worth praising. The time is coming to an end, and it seems like we finally did it. Yeah, we won. The battle wasn't easy at all. It was a tough victory, and you can see the final battle results on your screen. This guy, Timo, who was mostly attacking my flank, lost over 550 men over the course of the battle. Absolutely insane. Still, that didn't stop his 60cm Karl mortar from wiping out most of our tank force. Probably the most skill-dependent unit of this entire battle. But what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. Other than that, I wish you all the best and good luck!